G'day everyone, it's Warren from NQ Explorers again. Today I'm on the site of an 1880s hotel site. There's a number of hotels in this area which serviced the wharves here. There's a large river and it led to that railway line where I've been filming those Chinatown videos. You might have seen me, I've done 4 or 5 Chinatown videos. This site was heavily populated in the 1880s because it was the main port for the goldfields, about 150 miles inland. And so a very large number of people came through here, Chinese too, a lot of Chinese, on the way out to that Chinatown. The place is just abounds with, I've just found, I'll have to show you this in a minute, there's the biggest bottled up you've ever seen in your life. I can't believe it. Because the bottles are all broken, but never mind. And the place just abounds with old sites. I mean, everyone I've met, all the locals, they're all very helpful, and they're all saying, oh, have you tried here, you tried there, go and see so-and-so, and then I go and see him, and he says there's another 3 or 4 sites I can get to. So it's just an amazing amount of history out here, and there's so much ground to cover. But today I'm just going to concentrate on this little hotel site, and then we'll go and have a look at that bottle dump up there and see what we can scratch out of that. I had a look at it last night. Well, we might get some coins and relics out here if we're lucky. So thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with the first relic. Well, I'm in behind the old wharf area where there used to be a branch railway came out here from the main current terminus to service the wharves, where the boats came up the river. You can just see the Norman River there in the distance. I'll go over and have a look in a minute. I don't want to get too close, the big crocodiles in there. And they came up the river from that telegraph station, which is 40 miles downstream, where I've done an earlier video a couple of months ago. I've just found the mother of all bottle dumps. I've never seen a 19th century bottle dump like this. There's no complete bottles. I'm going to bring the detector in here tomorrow. But look at this, I just found a bicycle bell on the surface. So there could be some coins and all sorts of relics in here, but to get an idea of there's just broken glass for hundreds of metres in all directions. You can have a look at this. I've picked up a couple of little glass stoppers. Nothing more than half a bottle anywhere. But if we just have a look over this little next ridge here, I guess it's all floods when the river's up, but everywhere there is broken glass. You might not be able to see it all on the video. If we just have a look over here, bottles everywhere. Have a look on the other side over there, you can see them sparkling in the sun. Just mountains of the stuff. You would have thought they'd leave one bottle there before me, eh? One complete bottle. We'll have a look around here. We'll just continue up. It just goes up in there. There's some machinery or something up further in there. A few roos hopping around. But look at all those bottles. It's unbelievable. Well, I guess it was 100 years of settlement. I guess this is the rubbish dump. Anyway, we'll have a look around, see if we can pick up any decent little finds here by eye, and then we'll bring the detector back in tomorrow. The light's starting to fade a bit. Yeah, you can see this has been underwater, this section, during the wet. It's dried out. It's end of July now, early August, getting into right in the middle of the dry, so there's not much water around. But have a look at these bottles here. Holy cow. Bit of drinking went on here. Plenty of smashing too, because they didn't leave too many complete ones. There's got to be something in here. There's a few of these old bases with is Dundas Glasgow, I think. I've read one before. There we go, look. Something pottery. Oh, Kennedy pottery. I'm not sure. Oh, Glasgow, yes, definitely Glasgow. McInerney or something. I guess they're whiskey bottles. Scotch. Oh, there's a nice little milk jug over there, but it's broken in half. Yeah, well, might be some nice plates or parts of plates I can pick up with some nice patterns on them. But anyway, we'll keep looking. The bottles just keep going in, to my left here for another couple of 100 metres. Oh, on we get. Well, I guess this place would have been picked over by the bottle hunters decades ago, but I don't think they would have got too much out of it. There's just so many broken bottles. I get what's obviously a rubbish dump. You're going to throw away a good bottle. It'll smash, I suppose, when they throw it in here. But look at that. Oh, I just can't get over the extent of this place. I've never seen a bottle dump of this magnitude. You'd think there'd be one bottle in here I could pick up of all 1,000. And there's some lovely, well, this 19th century crockery. Well, you know, a lot of people pass through here going out to the goldfields. It was a very busy place in its heyday. sleepy old town now, but this gives you an idea of the amount of people that pass through this area on their way out to the goldfields. Amazing. Well, it looks like an old boiler over there, eh, in the grass. Some sort of drum. Well, I haven't actually located the railway siding. There's an embankment where it comes in here somewhere. I'll find that. But I'm just sort of a bit fascinated by the size of this bottle. I'm still wandering around hoping I can pick something up off the top of the ground. What's this one? Ironstone china. Okay, I'll just keep poking around. Well, there's a lovely glass stopper that looks to be in really good condition with a rounded top. Not so common, I don't think. I haven't not found, most of them have got those square tops. I don't know if there's any writing on that, but that's a nice old stopper. No chips, and it's complete. Well, even if people have been here 20 or 30 or 40 years ago looking for bottles, I guess all those wet seasons, all that rain in the interim will expose buried items. It's worth persisting in here and looking around. There's some brightly coloured glass in here, so you'd think there'd be one complete bottle. You can just feel the history in a place like this. I know it's just a rubbish dump, pretty much a landfill from the 1800s, but it's just another place in time. Everything's from a different era. There's no modern junk here. Have a look at this. There's not a lot of metal items. I'm going to bring the AT Pro down here and have a look around. They might have dropped a penny while I dump all these bottles. Here's a burner or the centre out of a hurricane lamp. You can see there's the adjusting knob. That's just laid on top of the ground. There's the adjusting knob for the flow of the kerosene lamp or whatever it was. That's just laid on top of the ground. Amazing. I wonder what lays buried here hidden. I might bring that AT Pro down. There's got to be a halfpenny or maybe a penny in here somewhere. They've got to drop something while they were dumping all this gear. Unbelievable. Well, I'm definitely coming back tomorrow evening in the cool of the afternoon. Have a look at this. There's one of those old brass buttons just laying on the top of the ground there, stuck in the mud. So, I wonder what the detector's going to reveal. I'll come back in here tomorrow afternoon and I'll just swing slowly around all these old embankments. They look like to be big, large dumps of bottles. Like there must be like cartloads that were dumped in different areas, but there's like you'd find one cartload in a spot, and then in other areas like this where it's just everywhere. Must have been dumping here for several weeks. But that button on the top, that really gives me hope. It's definitely going to be something in here. It's a big area to cover, of course, but we'll have a go at it. Okay. Well, I've picked up two glass stoppers now. There was actually a third one I saw, but it was chipped. See the one on the right with the dome top? That was the first one I dug up. Actually, that's quite, you can see the mould line where it's been moulded in two halves. That may be quite old. Well, I'm talking, you know, 1850s, 1860s maybe. I don't really know much about bottles or bottle stoppers, but I've never seen a bottle stopper like that one. It's reasonably crudely moulded is what I'm getting at, and it may be quite old. The other one not so much. It's more common. This is the more common bottle stopper we find. Well, there's the lovely Norman River and the site of the original town wharves. Like I said, the railway siding came in here, which was pulled up very early in the piece. The line isn't there anymore. And I believe the original town wharves were here. The bottle dump's over sort of to our behind us here. So there was definitely a lot of activity in this area. So I'll bring that AT Pro in and try around behind that bottle up in the higher ground and around the bottle dump and see what I pick up tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow evening, so I'll be back then. Well, my first target at the old hotel site, I'm literally 3 paces from the car. Very first signal was a high 76. I expected it to be a coin with such a high reading, but unusually it's a Chinese cash coin. They don't usually go up that high. But well, that's nice. It's quite a dry clayey material here, so this is going to be well preserved. We're not very far from the wharves here, and the railway line used to come in from the station up on the hill, around in a loop into the wharf area here. So all this traffic, people, goods, everything went through here on the railway line out to those goldfields where I did those Chinatown videos. So this is really interesting. To find a Chinese coin was my first target. Excellent. Well, that's the river over there, about 40 metres, and you may not quite see that on the video. As you can see, there's remains of an old corrugated iron water tank there, so definitely a hotel site. And lovely high tone. I've just moved on from that Chinese coin about 2 metres. I'm getting a 75, 76 in this hole here, so I'll dig this and we'll see what comes. Well, here it is. It's a copper fitting of some type. I think it may be a light fitting or some such. Definitely from the old building. So these first two targets are very promising. Well, here's one of the hotel foundations. There were several hotels in this area that serviced this port and the railway terminus. You can see there's a bit of local concrete there with the local red rock being used. This could have been the foundation to a chimney or something, I'm not sure. There's some water tanks and things around. As you can see, the old bottles which are bound, or parts of them. So I'm standing up on this high area of concrete, and I'm sort of detecting up and over there. The sun's getting a bit low on the horizon, but that's the way I'm going. So a heck of a lot of people came through here. Thousands of people through here over a 20 or 30 year period, and hence that Chinese coin, which was a nice connection to that Chinatown, which is a couple hundred miles away. Good one. Well, these are the kinds of relics I like to see. I was just detecting along the edge of this dry gully. That'd be full of water in the wet season, I would imagine. And a bit of cutlery, the old eating irons. They're good relics to find because, you know, habitation was about... Look at this one. It's obviously a massive teaspoon. Bowl's missing. Very bent. But I think I'll get a hallmark off it down there. That's a big old spoon from the 1800s for sure. I'll just check that hole. A bowl may be in there. Or it looks like it's been corroded off long ago. Anyway, that's a good find. Well, I've got a sunbaking coin here. The detector did alert me to the fact that it's here. 75. But just from here, it doesn't look too promising. I'm beginning to think it's a 2-cent piece. Oh, it's a $2. Oh well, I made $2 out of the hunt. That's alright, there you go. Lovely $2 coin. Well, it's in the middle of nowhere. Shows you that people are wandering in here. I guess the bottle hunters and the relic hunters are in here. I'm not the first bloke in here, that's for real. Well, here's my next target. It's a latch of some sort, quite a solid casting, bronze or brass. Well, one thing I'll say about this site, the targets are deep and it's a really hard clay. Like, recovery time is really lengthy. I'm not usually used to digging holes this deep in this hard of ground, but that was quite deep, at least 6 inches down. Lovely high 80 signal, as you can imagine, but that's a nice old latch anyway. Goes this for a surface find. Too bad this old girl's already complete. An old ceramic whiskey jug or flask. Look at that. That is beautiful. All hand painted by the look of it too, this stuff. I think I'll take that with me. It's a nice one. Well, I'm digging on the fringes of the bottle dump, just where I picked up that whiskey, part of a whiskey bottle. This is 62, 63, and I got a clock cog by the look of it. There she is. Nice one. So all sorts of rubbish got dumped in here, not just bottles. Good one. Bummer. Look at this torpedo bottle. Beautiful old glass. And that's all there is of it. Just teasing me. Have a look at that. So that shows you the age of these bottles in here. There's some beauties in here. If they can find a complete one, it'll be a bonus. Trio of Brolgas just settling down there. This here, I've got a nice 55, 56. A couple of little surprises came out of the hole. This is what the metal target was, a broken piece of old lamp. But out of the ground came with it came this old stopper, glass stopper, with writing on it. What's this say? Oh, Perrins, or Lee and Perrins. Sauce, I guess. Good one. Okay, well, there is so much buried glass and bottles here. As soon as you scratch the surface, out comes glass. So there is a lot more than what's on the surface. It's several inches of it under the surface, all over the place. Well, I was just working over behind the pub here and I just dug this beautiful musket ball. Oh, look at that lovely round ball. What a beauty. Solid 65, 66 lead signal. Well, that's a great find. That's really perked me up, actually. It's a good one. I haven't had anything for a while. It's been a bit quiet. And adjacent to the musket ball is a lovely old button. Little shirt pocket button, probably. I'm not sure if it's branded. Nice one. Just give you how dry and hard this soil is here. This one's a 76. The object stuck in there, it looks like it's some sort of watch part of something. I can't. Could be a coin. Could be a coin. It is a coin. I think. Alas, it's a dollar coin. I'm not sure what that is. I can't even make it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a dollar coin. What the devil? Just looking at the moulding on the edge, that's how the dollar coins are set up. Bummer. I thought that was really counting on that being an old coin. It was a good high tone and it was fairly deep actually. There's been a lot of flood through this area, so there's a lot of soil overlays the target. Okay, well this year's it's a QE2, 1997 $1 coin. I think it's Charles Kingsford Smith on that side. Pretty sure that's the Southern Cross and Kingsford Smith up the top. She's been laying here for a while by the look of it, but too bad it wasn't 1897, but we'll take a coin. Well, a good repeatable 75 with no iron audio on the iron check reveals 2 halves of a harmonica reed. Well, the next target from a shallow scrape is a lovely old doorknob. Perhaps the hotel cellar door? I don't know. Well, this is a solid 78 and it's a lovely piece of Victoriana. It could be costume jewellery. You can see that's the back of it. Some sort of pins and perhaps it was a very large brooch, but on the other side looks to be a peacock with some ornate scrolls around the outside. I'll clean that up now and have a look, but there's definitely a peacock in the centre, and I'll see if there's any writing on that. I'm not really sure what that actually is, but nice one. It was quite shallow, that. I've been digging a lot of deep targets here, but they've been old sardine tins and things like that. Okay, I'll be back shortly. We'll clean this one up. Okay, well it is a lovely piece of Victoriana. Apparently it's a peacock. It's cast actually. I thought it was pressed. You often get these pressed tin things from the Victorian times, but this is actually cast. It's a very solid piece of metal. Very thick in the centre with the peacock, and it's got some sort of, maybe that's just where the peacock's attached to the plate. I'm not sure. But anyway, I'll clean it properly at home, magnify it and put up a still photograph and see if we can identify this item. That's a nice one. This one's a lovely high tone 76 at about 3 inches. It's out in this chunky clay mullock heap. I got sick of digging big holes and hunting around with that double D, so I went back to the 4-wheel drive and got the Pro Pointer. You might ask why I didn't have it in the first place. But anyway, it's something up in here. That was that high tone. So I can find it with the Pro Pointer. Okay. Could be just lead or something, I don't know. Pretty high tone though. Oh yeah, it's a coin. What is this? Didn't expect a coin there. That might be a little halfpenny if I'm really lucky. Hope you can see that there. Well, looks like a bit of a green patina. It may be an old coin. Looks a bit small though. I guess it could be a halfpenny. Well, I'm only about 3 feet from that peacock brooch plate thing I found. So I'll clean this and we'll see what this is. Well, that's a rather unexpected find from an 1880 hotel site, but perhaps not. People have been moving through this area since the 1880s, and there's still plenty of people around, and I guess the bottle hunters are coming through here over the last 40 or 50 years. It's a 1957 silver, 50% silver, Australian Merino Ram shilling. Look at that. That's just beautiful. Usually those 50% silvers tarnish quite badly, but not here in this dry, arid sort of ground. It's QE2 on the other side. I haven't cleaned her up yet. facing to the right. As soon as I saw she was facing to the right, I thought, oh yeah, this is going to be Kiwi too. Anyway, there we go. Well, that's a nice old coin to find here actually. Good one. That was not very far at all from the peacock badge. Well, my next target was a high signal. It's I think it's brass, a little frame. Very delicate little thing. Perhaps it's a little photo frame from a dressing table or something, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a fairly high quality item because it rang out quite high on the machine. No worries. I'm definitely in the old hotel site, not far from that little, what I thought was a photo frame. I just got this. Squashed flat as usual, but it's very ornate pressing. I'd say it's a lamp or, you know, some sort of decorative household ornament. I think these are usually lamp bases, but unfortunately they all belong to the Flat Earth Society. They've all been flattened. Never mind. It's got it's fairly solid. It's a big signal, as you can imagine, with a piece of metal that size. Well, I just got this hurricane lamp burner in various parts. It's similar to that one I was found on the surface. Like an old Airfix kit, you have to put this thing together. It sort of disintegrated as I got it out of the ground. Oh well, never mind. Oh, just scouting around the edge of the bottle dump, and there's one of those beautiful old Paris buckles just laying on the top of the ground. They're always a good find to dig up, and there's one just sunbaking. See where it's been there. Well, this one was a solid repeatable 83, and I think I've just got an old lock. I'll pull him out and we'll have a look. Well, it is an old lock, but I think it must be the back of the lock. Unless the keyhole's not evident, that might be some sort of oiling portal there. There's the hasp. You can see where the hasp has been there. I don't think there's going to be a brand name on this side. The other side would have had the key. This would have been one of those old push key padlocks, I guess. Nice one. Not far from the lock, an old pot lid. Well, we're definitely in a residential or hotel site, there's no doubt about that. Next find at a heart-stopping 81 repeatable solid signal is a clock part. Well, the sun's getting low and I'm going to head back to the camp after a few hours in there at the old hotel site and the bottle dump. That was quite entertaining for me. I hope you found it entertaining. A mixed bag of finds there, from musket balls to modern $2 and $1 coins, and right at the kick off that old Chinese coin, which was a beauty, and a run of buttons. You didn't see all the buttons I dug, but there was quite a few in there. It was a lot of fun, so it was a bit of a research recon sort of hunt. I'm going to bring Colleen back out here and we'll spend a few days in here. There's so many sites and such a big area to cover, so I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Happy hunting. Bye for now.